Hey Flippo fam, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this 09 GMC Sierra 1500. It's a two-wheel drive. We're going to be working on the oil pan gasket and changing out the pickup tube seal and the oil cooler line gasket as well, where the tubes meet the filter, the side of the pan, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so anyway, if you're looking for the four-wheel drive, I'm sorry, this ain't the video, but real quick, let's go ahead and walk in here and take a look at a couple things you're gonna need for this project. So this right here, this is your pickup tube seal. There's the part number on that. This is the oil cooler gasket slash seal. I like using Mahle, good brand. There's the part number on that. Hey guys, so in the video, you'll see that I used the gasket for the oil filter, the oil passage on the side of the oil pan that had two holes, and the original one that came off was just it was a metal gasket with no rubber. It was just a thin piece of metal only that was stamped. And just want to say real quick, whatever gasket you pull off of your oil pan, your oil passage, put the same one back on, because the one that I used in the video that has the two holes and had the rubber, it didn't work. So just want to show y'all guys the oil pan side cover is what it says. This is a Fel-Pro. I don't know if you can see that part number. I'll have it in the description though. But you can see this is actually the one that I needed. It's a thin piece of stamped steel. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to say that real quick. And this is the oil pan gasket. This will work for the 485360. You can see right there, 62 as well, right there, from 2007 to 2013. So I know there's a ton of videos out there probably covering this same topic, but I have seen a couple of videos and they've been doing some things I don't like. Like, for instance, tell me why people are using RTV on a rubber pre-molded gasket. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of here. Anyway, I'm just going to be going over some tips and things to do, things to not do, things to watch out for, tools you might need, yada yada, that sort of thing. Anyway, you're going to need, for sure, it's been a while since I've done this, but I know for sure you're going to need a 15mm socket, 18mm socket, and a 10mm socket, swivels, extensions, and you know, your ratchet, impact gun. You know, you're just going to need your tools. So I went ahead and took the liberty of getting some of the small stuff done so I can cut down on the length of this video. First thing you want to do is put the e-brake on, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to take this plastic piece off. It's got 4 bolts right up under the front. They're 15mm. Zip those off. I like to put my bolts back so I don't lose them. Anyway, so then you're going to jack the truck up, drain the oil, take the filter off, put your jack stands under, all that good stuff. And anyway, so that'll get you caught up, and let's go ahead and get started. If you're working in the dirt like me, let's say that, you want to make sure you throw all the tools you're going to need over here by the tire first. That way, you ain't got to keep crawling in and out. So first things first, we got to take this beam out. It's 4 bolts holding it in. So you want to hold your wrench on one side. flip them out. You are gonna need a pry bar. Love it. Tastes good. Yeah. Man, I wish I had a lift. Oh, I wish I had a lift. All right. So there's one hidden kind of on the side over here, on this side of the oil pan. Kind of through this bracket that holds the starter up, it looks like. I mean, it's not holding the starter up. It's a shield, I guess. Same over here. There's a bell housing shield, and there's a bolt in each side. So keep your eye out on that. Okay, before you start taking them bolts out, you need to take a trim tool and work this wiring harness loose wherever there is wherever it's got the plastic push-ins holding it to the pan. There's gonna be brackets around the side. I think there's two. There's one or two. Now I gotta go get a trim tool. I'll be back. Real quick, I want to show you these little screws. They're kind of hidden. See this bracket? I mean, it's a plastic cover for the bell housing right here. You got one in the side of the pan right here, boom, and then one on the other side of the pan. Same thing, boom. So you might take those out first. Put them up somewhere separate. Also, the wiring harness over on this side. Kind of hard to see, it's like right in here somewhere. So you see this is the little tab here, and there's the same tab right here. So this, get it back in there. There's a little tab on the plastic hard piece right here, and there's a hole in the oil pan that just slides to the right like that. But you gotta take the bolt out over here first. Take the bolt out on this side. It's going left and right, not up and down, left and right, into the side of the pan. Once you get that bolt out, then you can just literally, let's see if I can go underneath so you can see better. push the wiring harness to the right. See that little nipple right there? It goes through that hole. Just push it to the right and it'll fall down. Then you can get to all your bolts. One on each side, and then there's one going right next to it going straight up, and the rest of them are just in the pan into the bottom of the block. So work your way around, you know, try to work in a crisscross pattern, you know, left front, right back, right front, right front, left back, and then work your way all the way around, loosen, and once you get them all loose, then you can take them all out. Take the front bolts out first, and then take all the back bolts out. It'll leave you a middle bolt on the right and the left side. That way, they're easy to access, and then the last two bolts you gotta take out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these bolts out. All right, guys, it's a new day. I ran out of daylight last night. In order to drop this pan, you're gonna have to relax the rack and pinion. So in order to take the rack and pinion down or loosen it, you got two bolts here, 1, 2. These are 24 mil. And you got two over here, one in here, so you're gonna need a short extension. I'm using a short extension and a long socket. You got one here and one up on top here. And these are 18s. So we're gonna go ahead and get these down. Alright guys, we got the pan down, so we're going to take this pickup tube off because we're changing out the seal. There's going to be 2 bolts you got to pull to get it down. On some of these in the past, there's only been one you had to pull. Just depends on what year you have, stuff like that. So there's one right here. It's a 13 mil on mine, and then a 10 up there, 10 mil up there. So we're gonna pull those off, get the tube down. If you have low oil pressure, 2 big culprits a lot of the times are this seal we're changing on this pickup tube. There's been a few times where I've seen the pickup tube gets gummed up from people not doing oil changes frequently enough. So look inside there and make sure that's not the case with yours when you get it down. If it is, just change out the tube, it's a lot easier. it's got 3 on it. Sorry. So there's another one right here. Sorry. I have 13. I did not see that. I've seen them have 1. I've seen them have 2. Now I've seen them have 3. There we go. Go ahead and just set that in your oil pan. Put your nuts back for now. All right, guys, it's hot. So next step is we gotta get these things cleaned up. Get all that crap off of them. We gotta get this old gasket off, and we're gonna change out this seal. You can see right there, it's really flat. It's got really flat. There's no shape left to it really. We're gonna be pulling this oil passage cover off right here and changing out that gasket. So there's one thing you gotta do before you can change out this oil pan gasket. It's got a couple rivets on it. It's got one right there and one right there. It's kind of hard to see probably, but see right there. Boom. All right. You just need a drill bit that's about the same size. But I mean, well, you just need one that's close to the same size but a little smaller. And if you want to use the same size as me, you can. I'm using 3/16. Just take your time drilling this. You don't want to get into the pan. That's what it'll look like when you pull it out. And then when you get to the top, a plastic razor blade is best, but if you're going to use an actual razor blade, be really careful not to score the surface. God dang, this thing's caked. After we get this thing cleaned up, then we gotta go clean the surface on the bottom of the block also. We wanna get all the oil off of it. Use alcohol after you get it all cleaned up and you're ready to put the gasket on. We wanna use alcohol on the surface. That'll get all the oil off the surface. Same thing on the bottom of the block. We're gonna use alcohol on that as well. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then I'll get back to y'all. All right guys, so we got it cleaned up. As long as yours looks something like that, that's good enough. This one had a bunch of bullshit in the bottom of it. It's pretty clean. Also, I went ahead and changed out this gasket here. Or something. Slug them up. Now I know at the beginning of the video I said not to use silicone, but I put a dab of silicone in each corner. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Where the back case meets the back of the block, front case meets the front of the block, and then those meet the oil pan. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video right here. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. One thing I want to say before you go, save yourself some time and trouble, and don't try to get around the rack and pinion. Just go ahead and drop the rack and pinion, get that thing out the way. And on the oil pan, one thing I wanted to say on that is get all your bolts started before you start torquing anything down. I mean, every one of them, get them started. And then you can torque all the bolts down on the oil pan, but the two in the back coming from the transmission into the oil pan, do those very last. After you torqued everything down, do those very last. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. That's how you do the pickup tube seal and the oil pan gasket on all GM trucks and SUVs from 2007 to 2013. And just want to say, I love y'all. Please like, subscribe, do all those things. And if you don't look like this, you ain't having fun. Get out and do something fun this week. I love y'all. See you on the next one. Later.